Welcome on in, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Time to gather around the locker room. It was a busy sports weekend, busiest time of the sports year. It's time for Leroy Horde to hand out his game balls and game bums. What do you got for us today, Leroy?
So we all have the low-hanging fruit of game bums, so I'm going to go with game balls.
Oh, I like that.
Right. I love the fact of what the University of Miami is doing. They may give up some plays here and there, but you ain't going to sustain it for a whole game against them at no point in time. And if you notice, every time they need to crank it up, they can crank it up and get a stop. And it's fun to watch on defense. Teams are going to start. I thought what they were doing early on is what was going to kill Miami. And that was running the ball up the middle, draws up the middle, delayed draws, delayed quarterback draws, everything up the middle to stay away from those two outside guys. Then they start kind of running games inside and kind of taking that away. Overall, Miami was better. And it showed in all the important parts of the game. But that's kind of how that went.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Very impressed with how they did it.
Could have wrapped it up a little sooner because I could have gotten to UFC a little faster.
Yeah, like again, but
couldn't focus on the fighting.
But like you act like they don't want to. The other team's got guys making plays too.
Stupid Castellanos kept doing magic.
Right.
I was very annoyed by that. But let me tell you something about this UFC. Man, it was good.
Right.
Woo.
And then
some of the old side quest there, cage side.
And then we have the game bum. Now,
where do you start?
I'm going to start with something that I don't think I've ever seen. I'm going to take you to one Browns-Vikings game. And the Vikings kicked a field goal to tie the game, and it went right. It was wide right.
Okay.
What you didn't see was the ball was going right up the middle, and it hit one of the wires for the camera.
What?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't see that. I was on the air when that
and was nobody saw it, but if you go watch the kick, it made a dead right-hand turn.
That's
like
incredible.
It was windy.
What?
They didn't call it out. It was supposed to be a re-kick.
That's hilarious.
It was listen, as players.
Who was kicking, the Browns or the Vikings?
The Vikings.
That's crazy.
It hit the wire and just went dead right. Like you see it, the ball's hooking in the middle.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's about to go in and then.
Yes. Nobody noticed that. All the replay, all the stuff that we have, all the technology. Nobody noticed that ball hit that cable, and it was supposed to be a re-kick.
Did you, obviously the answer to this is no, but I told you about all the fighting that happened during the Panthers game this week.
Uh-huh.
The craziest thing that happened in this game was not the dirty, big baby, stupid Tampa Bay Lightning. Nico Mikkola, who, of course, is a monster. Now, I didn't see this. I was confused, but I went back and I looked to see what's going on here. But the Panthers are just lighting up the Lightning in what was basically a street hockey game.
Right.
And they were up 7-0. They take an 8-0 lead. And then all of a sudden, they have to come back, and they're like, Florida goal disallowed. Disqualified player was on the ice. Nico Mikkola was kicked out of the game.
Right.
But they didn't tell him, or he didn't listen. I think I saw where they announced the wrong player. I think they announced Samoskevich, which is ridiculous. I mean, he's not fighting anybody.
No, Sam is not fighting nobody.
Let me tell you something. He's got a little Kachuk in him because he was talking a lot of smack to Katie Ingleson on the bench. But they kicked out Nico Mikkola. He kept playing. They scored a goal, and then they're just like, that goal doesn't count anymore. It's now 7-0 again.
Because he was supposedly
playing on the ice. He didn't even do anything. He was just there. But like they're just like, yeah, he's not allowed to be on the ice. That goal doesn't count. But the game was so wacky. And this is can I tell you something? This is why the Tampa Bay Lightning fans are sad losers. And it's really a tough look, because for years we looked at you guys as the juggernaut, the big bully, the big brother. And it's a shame to see you guys go down bad like this. It's like you guys are, divorced gambling addicts that can just never get your life together. You are on your high horse and you'll never get back to what you were. And it's sad. It's sad because you guys are now calling for Niko Mikkola to be suspended for 10 games, which apparently is a rule. I didn't know about this, but that's what nerds do. They bring out the rule book. And they're like, he was on the ice, and rule 42.2-3 says a disqualified player on the ice results in an automatic 10-game suspension. And let me tell you something, dude. If you think that the polar bear being on the ice for an inconsequential goal, that a game you were losing 7-0 in the preseason should result in Niko Mikkola being suspended for 10 games, you all, really, I mean this, Tampa Bay Lightning fan, I know you're big time in your feelings and bitter because the Panthers have taken everything you've worked for. And there was no time. Look, you guys were the standard. Not anymore, but you were at one time the standard, okay? It's over. It's been over, and it's going to be over. You really need to take a look at yourself to try and get poor Niko Mikkola suspended for 10 games for merely existing because somebody said the wrong number on the PA system, and you're going through the NHL rulebook. Do you want to know how many times in my life as a fan I have looked at the official rulebook of any sport? 0.0, dude.
We know.
0.0. Don't say that because it makes me feel like I'm uninformed. I know what I'm talking about.
Every time I ask you a question, you want to fight me.
Well, you ask ridiculous questions.
So here's the crazy thing about all this. Tampa Bay has the audacity to complain about Mikko, right?
He's both.
While hiring a goon squad to come in and fight the whole game.
It's crazy.
So if he's going to get suspended, then you need all the coaches, staff, and all the organizations suspended for 10 games for setting it up.
Oh, I hate that John Cooper so much. I hate his face. I hate his existence.
He used to be the coach for the Buckeyes.
He's got the smug look on the bench. I hate his face.
Sergey he has the punting.
Yes, he does. Let's hear from him. Only a reasonable man in a time like this, Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah, it's one of those nights. Just fights, stuff like that. I thought guys handled it well. We had that pretty much in each round of playoffs last year, so we're fine with that. But I think in the preseason it's better to play hockey.
Wow.
Hey, you know what he was thinking? More break time for me. He goes stand in the corner with his little.
He was so bored. He was doing the stretching. He was so bored. Poor Sergei Bobrovsky. But I can't stand these guys. I really they really are.
It's really hard to be a sore loser, right? And not care that you look like a sore loser.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. I mean, but they look. I understand. AJ Greer is a Tasmanian devil, and he took liberties in the game before, and they wanted some get back. But I'm not even mad about that. I get it. I'm not here to say, oh, you guys took a run at Aaron Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad can handle himself. Trust me when I tell you, when the season starts, he's going to get his get back. Okay. And by the way, I saw you all scurrying away for Jonah Gadjevich because he looked at you guys.
It's crazy.
I saw at one point, they got the jump on the Panthers, but there was one Panther they didn't get a jump on. It was Niko Mikkola, who just had guy in headlock like this while eating a fish with the other hand.
Was crazy? hockey and baseball carry Petty for years.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in football.
Goldie was saying this on the broadcast. He's like, I think it's probably time we don't play the Lightning as much in the preseason. He goes, I know it's convenient. He goes, but the problem is a lot of like the Carolina Hurricanes, same thing might happen. But there's a particular bitterness between these two franchises and the coaches. And he may be right. Goldie may be right. Like 3 straight Lightning game, too much. It may be too much. We may need to I don't know.
Especially when hockey carries over. Like hockey is the only sport where you could play somebody 2 months ago. You remember it, and right before the puck is dropped, you drop gloves. Only in hockey does that happen. Why would you keep playing this team?
You know what I love too is Paul Maurice. He just you could tell he's seething when he's asked about it, but it's hockey code, so he won't whine about it.
Evan Rodriguez just said, I don't know what that was, but it wasn't hockey. What was it?
Yeah, the league will look at it. I'll handle that the same way you handle the playoffs. They'll look at it. I'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever, I'm sure you have, but a game like that, 250 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
13 ejections.
Yeah.
17 power plays.
Yeah, that would be the first.
Okay.
The 17 power plays, absolutely the first. The rest of it, I can't say for sure. That hasn't happened before.
Do these things kind of happen in a just because it was a preseason game? I mean,
Well, I don't think you see it very often.
Yeah.
He's seething.
He's like, he just wants this guy. Will you stop it with the questions about, dude, we had more penalty minutes than game. We know.
I was waiting for him.
I was waiting for him to say, this isn't accomplishing anything. We're not getting anything done.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
But here's the other thing. The other thing is, you better match that intensity. If it means we not hockeying tonight and we just fighting, so be it. But you can't back down.
No, for sure. No,
right?
Definitely.
So it's look, I didn't start the fight, but I'll finish it.
And look, that's exactly what happened with Carter Verhaeghe, and that's another thing they were upset about is because they knocked out Aaron Ekblad, took him out, which fine, okay, and then they took immediately the next guy they came after was Carter Verhaeghe, and then Carter Verhaeghe's like, no, dude, F that, and Carter Verhaeghe's coming the next play, Carter Verhaeghe, who's not a fighter,
right?
He's like, I'm coming right after you, and all hell broke loose.
Carter Verhaeghe.
But you had to think this was gonna. I mean, it's almost like if the league want to look into something, look at all the call-ups and see. Oh, we called up all these guys to play the Panthers in a preseason game. What did you think was going to happen?
Man, when is the first game they play? I think their first game's in November 15th. I think. Circle that one.
We got a month.
Take a break. More to come here on the show. We'll get back into those losers who fell to the Carolina Panthers yesterday. We'll get into the Heat, who signed Nico officially to a contract extension. We'll get his thoughts on that. And lots more shenanigans. Also, I mean, one of the craziest, this Mark Sanchez story is bananas from the weekend.
Dude.
This is crazy. Take a break. Back after this.